Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But there's just a few more left until we are taking a little sabbatical from the podcast for summer vacation. So we'll have one on Wednesday, and then there'll be the Sunday session that I'll do. That'll be pre-recorded. But after that, we won't be back until...
Wait a second. I gotta do a Sunday session on the 20th.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Well, you have that.
Yeah, you have mine on the 13th, Holly's on the 20th, and then we will return with them on Friday, July 25th, which sounds crazy.
We're not gonna do one on the 23rd.
Oh, that's right, because we're back that day. That's right. Yeah, on the 23rd. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many dates. Planning this trip with 20 people in a group chat, it's tiring.
It'll be worth it.
No, it will be. It's just that, like, everybody, I wish that I would have done a thing where it's like, all right, once a week, let's all do like a quick 20-minute phone call or a time where we can all be in on the same page. Because what happens is somebody will have some downtime and be like, oh, I'm doing some research. Let's go to this restaurant and do this thing. And like, not everybody is at a point to like sit down and like make plans. And so all of a sudden there'll be like 70 texts and you're like, I've been doing the show. I can't.
I don't even ever want a group chat with 20 people in it. Even if there was a vacation, I'd be like, can we download an app? Because I can't. Ooh, too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. But so like the texts are going right now and I'm like, hold on, I'm at work. I don't know yet. I can't make any decisions.
Right.
But Kelvin, you did your Sunday session this past week. What was it about?
I did. I interviewed my cousin on, it was supposed to be a conversation about her previous dating experience. And, you know, kind of like, I'm not going to say she's not lucky in that aspect of her life, but I always tell people all the time, you know, I don't have much experience when it comes to dating, but I always tell people, be fully in love with your life and everything else will follow. Well, it seemed like she's in love with life now, but it's not, the things aren't following. So we kind of went in her past about her dating experience and it turned into this one specific relationship, the whole podcast. So, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, you can hear Kelvin's Sunday session now. We're coming off the 4th of July weekend. Holly, how was yours?
It was good. It really was good. I was a little bit like, are we doing 4th of July? Which I feel like that was a lot of the sentiment. And also, if I may, there was a lot less fireworks in my area. Like, you know how like there'd be fireworking on like 2 days before the 4th and the day before and then the day and then after and then the day after that. Like it felt like it was weeks of like people just blowing off at-home fireworks. I didn't really hear that this year as much. There was some ruckus like on the actual 4th that I heard, a little bit on the Saturday night, but weirdly, the most I heard was trying to go to bed last night. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine. Y'all had Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, but y'all have to blow yours off on Sunday at 10 p.m.
So random.
Maybe
What
they
are
were
we
on
doing?
vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
I'm trying to go to sleep. Okay.
Right.
Like we're done. That the weekend has a cutoff and it is Sunday night. But anyway, so we just kind of kept it very chill on the 4th, which was Friday. We didn't plan much because we were getting my fiance's daughter this weekend. So we would have her Saturday into Sunday. And we're like, well, we don't want to do a whole big thing on Friday. And what do we do with her on Saturday? And we wanted to celebrate with her too. So Friday, the only thing we did is that me, my fiance, and my daughter Maya, we went and saw Jurassic World Rebirth, which I can't sing the praises enough. I thought it was so good. I thought it was scary. It was intense. Jonathan Bailey, yes, yes, please. It was just all of it was, I thought, really. It's like some of it is just like so corny. You're like,
right.
Wow, oh, a flashlight just happened to be right there. What are we doing? But that's what you expect a little bit from these type of movies, and it was really good. So
does it pick up where the Chris Pratt And Bryce
Dallas
Howard.
Howard. So interestingly, because I talked about this last Wednesday on the air, they said it happened 5 years after the last movie was set in the Chris Pratt series, but they don't reference that at all. Basically, the theme of the dinosaurs is the same. Like they point out that like, oh, the parks, like they're talking about Jurassic Park, in the 90s. And then they touch on, that island, was it Island Nublar or whatever that was in the Chris Pratt movies. They talk about that and those parks, and like the story furthers with the dinosaurs. But this is a whole new cast and a whole new storyline because it doesn't have anything to do with a Jurassic Park, which is good because, I mean, this is Jurassic World. Because at the end of those Chris Pratt movies, it was like the dinosaurs had like joined civilization, basically.
Right. They had come back to the mainland or something like that, if I remember correctly.
With not good results.
Right.
So that's kind of like where we are with the dinosaurs. Like people are over dinosaurs. They're like, and most of the dinosaurs can't even survive in like North America anymore. So they're all like around the equator. So that's how it's set.
Okay.
And like the setting is, it's like they're trying to get dinosaur DNA for medical advancements. And so they have to, like, Scarlett Johansson is like a mercenary bounty hunter type of like a for hire person who can do some shady stuff. And so Jonathan Bailey is like this Ross from Friends type of paleontologist kind of, and they need his expertise. And they all go on this big old trip to the equator to find these crazy dinosaurs. And that's the movie.
Now, because I feel like every Jurassic Park World thing, they always have kids in danger. Do they have kids in danger in this?
Absolutely.
I knew it.
Hoping you'd ask about the kids in danger.
I feel like that's a hallmark of a Jurassic. There has to be some bumbling teenagers that go off, and then that's part of the sidetrack, is they got to save the dumbass teenagers.
Of course.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, got it.
And there's got to be a little kid that's just in absolute peril that you're like, oh my God. Yeah.
How are they gonna survive this? And somehow they do, because the kids never die.
What? No, and we said that in the car on the way home. We were like, well, that was the Jurassic Park movie, kids in danger, and they never die. I told Maya, I was like, don't worry, the kids never died. Like, that would be a tragic. Ain't nobody want to see a movie where the kid gets eaten.
No,
I do.
No.
That'd be so fucking epic.
No, they can't. Why the big whatever the dinosaurs are in this movie just swallow the little kid's whole?
Bleep around and find out. Why are you around dinosaurs and you're a kid? Go home.
Okay,
play on your
it's
Switch.
Not the kid's fault. It's not the kid's fault. The parents put them in and that's the other hallmark. The parents or the grandparents are putting these kids in peril.
Right, because they're the archaeologists or whatever that has to go on the adventure, but there's nowhere for the kids to go.
No,
so they got to come along.
So here's what's funny is I was thinking too, I was like, who's got kids here? Like, how are we involving kids? Well, there is a literal whole other, like, it's almost like these two storylines converge just so they can put the kids in danger. So it's literally like a dad with his teenage daughter and the little girl and the teen daughter's bumbling boyfriend. And it's them, and they somehow intersect. And even and I was glad they addressed this because I was like, what the hell is this dad doing out here near dinosaurs? They addressed that in the movie. One of the characters in like Scarlett Johansson's group, they interact with this dad, and he's like, what are you doing out here with dinosaurs and children? And I was like, thank you for saying it, because
somebody needs to ask the question, why you bring your kids? And when we already know that these are dangerous creatures.
Right.
Like y'all didn't think of this through, like, okay.
Well,
but
that's
anyway,
that's why
the kid was in peril. Absolute peril, by the way.
Sort of very similar to that. With 28 years later, I watched that movie, the zombie movie, this past week. And as soon as they brought teenagers on the screen, I was like, I know I'm going to be pissed off. I know I'm going to be pissed off because every freaking time I'm like, and here's why I get mad at these things. Let me go on this soapbox little moment for a minute.
Yeah, let
me tell you something. is that they make teenagers in movies so stupid. And I'm like, yes, as teenagers, we can all admit that we were dumb and didn't make the best decisions.
Yeah.
But
and we felt very strongly about our beliefs.
Right. But they make them so dumb in movies, and especially teenage girls. I'm always like, why do you write women like that? Like, it makes me so mad. So in 28 years later, you know, the zombie movies like London and the UK, they've all been quarantined from the zombies, and you're stuck there for stuck. So you're just trying to survive.
Mhm.
Well, they have this island where there's like did you watch it, Kelvin?
I have not.
You haven't watched it? Okay. There is a what do you call it? Do you know when you're in the ocean and when you go a little bit and there's
A sandbar?
Sandbar, yes. Basically a sandbar, there's a different word for it, that gets from this little isolated island back to the mainland.
Mhm.
But depending upon the tide, sometimes you can cross it, sometimes you can't, and that's how they stay safe. Well, and I'm not spoiling anything, this is just setting up the movie. There is a married couple on the island, and the woman has some sort of mental illness or whatever. And then like their teenage son discovers that there's a doctor that's on the mainland. And so what does this teenager do? He takes his mom onto the mainland when he's only been one time with all these crazy ass zombies. And I'm like, no teenager would do that. No teenager would be like, I can save my mom, even though I've been on this island once and I was scared shitless and almost pissed myself. I was like, this is stupid. No teenager would do this. This is so dumb.
I feel like they put like teenagers do a lot of the heavy lifting in the plot perils. They're
Yes,
like, well, how
yes.
can we make this seem believable? Just throw a teenager in it.
Right.
He'll do anything. Okay, well, like, and the teenage boy is actually the idiot in this one. The daughters does a pretty good job of like, helping and whatever. But this boyfriend, you're just like, what the fuck? But he does step up. There is a moment for him to like shine,
Right.
because you're like, what is your redeeming quality in this movie? Because right now I'm not seeing it. So anyway, yes. But I agree. Teens, they did bring them in because I was like, oh God, oh, not this little girl. Oh God. So anyway, it was just really good. I was telling off the air, I was like, people clapped at the end. I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's when you know it's a good movie.
It was a really good movie. So we really enjoyed that. That was the only thing we did on the 4th of July. And then I did make it was like against her will. She was doing something else. And then finally, as the movie kept going, she got suckered in, as you will. I made her watch Independence Day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my yearly viewing on the 4th of July. I don't
Yes.
really have a lot of other traditions for this holiday, other than watching Bill Pullman be the best president that we've ever had.
Do you know what? I always forget that on one of the NPR podcasts, I think the NPR Politics podcast, on their 4th of July issue or episode, they always read the speech from Bill Pullman from Independence Day with the music in the background, and it's all these NPR reporters reading it. It's always really sweet.
Listen, the movie has everything, like just bad, 90s puns, and Will Smith literally only talking in one-liners.
Yes, yes.
Like, I was like, I love Will Smith's one-liners. Come to find out, his entire dialogue is one-liners,
That's
pretty
it.
much. That's all. He's out here punching aliens. It's Jeff Goldblum with like some of his chest out. Yes, all of it. So anyway, I made her watch that. That's what we did. And then on Saturday, we had some friends over because we got a grill. My fiance decided, you know what? It's time. I'm investing in a grill. So he ordered it, I thought through Amazon, and I was like, but it was delivered by Lowe's, already put together, and they shuffled it right into our garage. I was like, this is great. That's way better than us having to go to a Lowe's, load it into the car. God forbid I had to put it together, which I would have. But it just could not be more happy with this situation. So we got the grill. And I made a pie. I made a strawberry rhubarb pie, gluten-free, by the way, for my friend who needs gluten-free. And I thought everything went really well. The burgers and the dogs were delicious. Great food, it was a fun time. We did our little fireworks display, which is we go to the fireworks hut and we get a bunch of those shower ones. You know what I'm talking about? The fountains. I'm not out here trying to blow our house up. So we're just in the street with some little sparks. It's fun. So I have some videos and pictures, and my friend Aaron was like, "Don't touch them. Stop touching them." I had one that you hold in your hand. It looked like a lightsaber.
Oh.
You light it, and you're supposed to like. It's kind of like a giant sparkler, but it's also like kind of Roman candle-esque.
Mhm.
And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It has a handle. You're supposed to hold it."
Oh.
Why
It
not?
was fun. It was fun. I had that. It was fun. So we had a good time. And then Sunday was just family day because again, we had my fiance's daughter over and we just played a bunch of games. We did like Clue, we played Life, we played Cranium. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Played that one, which is old now, but so yeah, that was my weekend. It was really good.
Kelvin, how was your weekend?
It was great. I had multiple visits this weekend. It started off with my cousin who came in on Thursday. Now, it's all a blur for me at this point. It's Monday. It's been a few days. So I have to go through my photos and just kind of remember exactly what we did. But she did arrive Thursday, and I don't think we had any specific plans. I know we wanted to go to the mall, but I don't think we ended up going to the mall. Did we? I can't remember. But she brought me a bunch of my favorite Nicaraguan pastries, which I was so excited about. So that was really nice. We went to go try out that new Peruvian sandwich shop that's in South End.
Oh, yes. How was it?
So good. And I'm not a big
Ooh.
person on going to a place to go get a sandwich for like lunch or dinner. I don't know. If I'm going to go somewhere, I want like steak or
You want
something
a meal.
something I can't make myself.
Right.
But man, the food was so good. I had a pork belly sandwich and there was this like sweet sauce on it with sweet potatoes. She got the steak sandwich. The men in that place are hot as hell. They're all, I'm not gonna say they're all from Miami, but our cashier was from Miami and he was very cool. So we got along with him. We did that. I took her through the rail trail just to see who was working out. And
all them men's that be running on the rail trail, shirtless this time of year.
They were out and about. She was not too impressed, though. She was just like, all right, can we go back home? I'm very full. So we did that. I tried catching her up on Love Island, which she was hooked. All I had to do was show her the first episode, tell her everything that happened in between, and then we fast forwarded to episode 28.
Oh my gosh.
And she's completely hooked. She loves it. So we did that. Then we went out to karaoke at Argonne, which is like a gay club, sort of like a dive bar here in Charlotte. So we did that for a little bit. She got to meet some of my friends, which was nice. And it was a pretty chill night. The next day, the other boys from Virginia came, my friends Shay and Alex, and we had a full itinerary already. That day we went to Carowinds. And we went to that new adult-only swim-up bar.
How was it?
How was it?
It was cute. I didn't realize that you get the ticket for the whole water park, not just the adult swim-up bar. So we did that for the majority of the day. We got like a little cabana with other boys, and that was cool. We just got to hang out. I'm not really a big drinker, so for me, it's kind of wasted upon. I just like going to a pool and relaxing and tanning. So we did that, came back home, and immediately we were met with the boys from Virginia. That's when we met up with them. These are a separate group of boys. We did Keepers of Balance in Loso. It was the Disney
Like an
Imagineers.
escape
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. It's like supposed to be like the best one ever.
Yes. The Disney Imagineers apparently helped create it or build it or customize it, whatever it was, but they were involved.
Okay.
And it was very hard for us to find the entrance. I'm not going to lie. There were signs, but we felt like we tried to open every single door. It's just like a massive warehouse. There's no decorations. I don't know. It was kind of sketchy at first, but this escape room was one of the most beautiful things I have ever experienced. Like it was so detailed. Not to give too much away, but it's one of those places where you go in and they're already starting to act. Like they're already improving. They're already being like, "Oh, you've made it to our portal." I was like, I can't.
I always get a little nervous because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to interact with people when they're in character.
I feel like if I was the actor, I would want the people to interact with me too. So I was improving too. Like the minute that some shit was going down, somebody literally went through a portal and they went through a black hole. I was like, we can come back next time. Like this, we shouldn't be here. We can call the police. Like, and he was playing along back. So it was really cool. One of my favorite parts was the beginning of starting that escape room where you have to kind of chant something, and it just felt like you were like saying a spell, and all the things around you they start to change. and then the lights come on and you're like in a completely different place.
Oh, that
it's-
sounds so fun.
That's just the beginning. It was so fucking cool. I would say it was a little bit easier on the easier end, but still challenging enough for all of you to work together. 10 out of 10, I would recommend. Like,
Really?
it is stunning. It's kind of pricey, but I think it was kind of worth it.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've read and from your description, that I mean, it's not like they just had someone's dad come help them put this together. Though, I mean, this is like you're walking into like a theme park almost.
Yeah, honestly, I really did, because you run in this thing, you crawl, you go through some slides, like,
oh, so you got to stretch.
You got to stretch. You got to like, you breathe it in. Like there's smells, there's smoke,
all 5 senses.
all of it. It was so
Is
great.
this for is it adults only or is it for kids too?
You can have kids go, yeah.
I was just curious.
I mean, you're most
Not
likely gonna do most of
bringing
the
a kid with me to Charlotte anytime soon. However, I'm curious.
Yeah, no, most likely you're gonna do most of the problem solving. But they're able to help. Yeah.
How do your friends do? Because I know that some of my friends, when they do these, when I take them on these adventures, some of them are very competitive, and I got to be like, y'all, it's not that fucking serious. Let's just. How are your friends?
We did great. We did fine. We've done these before, and we don't tend to argue. We all get along pretty well. But this one specifically, I think we were in awe the whole time. Like just everything was just so beautiful, and we worked really seamless. It's a 75-minute experience, but we finished in under an hour. So it was good. It was seamless. I want to do it again, but of course, when you kind of already know what to do, there's not really a point to do it.
Right.
But they're going to open up more rooms at the end of August, so that's cool. I promised the boys that we hung out with, which is a different group of boys, that we were going to go do that together. And I kind of had to tell them, I'm sorry, guys, we have some friends in town, so we're going to do that. And then one boy was like, oh yeah, it's totally fine. The other one was like, bitch, you're doing it without us. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't overshare all the time.
Yeah, do it again.
No, I won't do that either. But they are opening up at the end of August, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Then at night, I think we just watched Drag Race and ate a bunch of food. We went to Hawkers, and that was the first time I've ever gone to Hawkers in South End. That was really cool. The next day we went to the Quarry, this big ass watering hole. I think that's how you say that. A water hole? A man-made water hole?
Like an actual water hole?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like a bar. Sometimes people call bars watering holes.
No.
Okay, so yeah, like a water hole?
A water. I think it's a water hole. It's called the Quarry. I just lost my wedding
I think it
ring.
is called a water hole. Oh, you should find that.
Yeah. But no, it was really cool. The weather was perfect. I was super worried because the first time I ever went was 3 years ago, right before I moved to Charlotte, and you had to do a pull-up test to swing on a rope. And of course, 3 years ago, I couldn't even do a fucking push-up. So I was kind of nervous because everybody was scared in our group. Like it was my cousin, the 2 boys, and Oscar, and everybody was scared to jump off. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll be the only one to do it. So finally, I get up, I go up to the thing. I don't know if I did it correctly because they have steps for kids, for little kids. They do it so they can have a chance at doing the pull-up. I think for an adult, you don't use the step, but I did. So with the step, I was able to do the pull-up, and the person who's supposed to check everybody was like, oh yeah, here you go. And then I was like, are you sure? Like I used the step. She was like, you're fine, go ahead. Puts the wrist on me. And I'm like, oh fuck, I don't think she was supposed to give me that. But I do the swing, and I'm nervous as fuck because if I fall, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I go and I do it. It all works out. I do not break my face. I don't swing back and hit the wall behind me. It was totally fine, but it was terrifying.
Yeah,
it's a lot
I won't do it.
It's a lot of gravity work. So
Yeah.
obviously going down, like once you're doing this, it's fine. Once you kick off, it's the minute that gravity is like your body weight is pulling you down. I can't hold on, and I literally slip. Or I think I was supposed to probably do the pull up at that point.
Right.
But I'm so terrified from falling that all I'm thinking about is just holding on.
Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't.
The thought of that freaks me out.
The thought of falling. I don't like I'm okay with heights as long as
Right.
I know I'm not gonna fall. If I'm somewhere, like I sometimes have like these weird like visions before bed where I'm falling from a high
Yes.
place.
Mhm.
So anyway, like we went to some kind of quarry like that one time back when I was dating my now ex-husband, and there was like a rope swing that you was a big line, you had to get on the rope swing and swing off of this cliff and like get to a certain point and then drop into the lake or with the spring. And they're like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. We get up there and he's like, just go. And I'm like, how do you know when to let go? And he's like, you'll just know. And I was like, I'm not going to know. I'm not. And so now there's a line behind me with children in the line. I lost it. I started crying. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I can't. I walked down the whole side of the thing. Yeah,
and everyone's just staring at you.
Everyone's
like,
staring at a grown woman crying because I could not. And that should have set the table for the fact that we're different people. But anyway, so I give you credit for doing it. I literally have never done one of those because I fucking cried and walked away.
Like I would rather do a rope. I'd rather do a rope because it's my full body weight. This is literally like I'm swinging.
Right. No, there's absolutely no way you could get me to do that. Even if like, because Abe, my husband's always like, you won't do so many things that are fun and adventurous, but if it was for the radio, you would. And I'm like, but I wouldn't do that.
Not the resentment.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
But see,
I wouldn't do
people
that.
don't understand though. We know what each other's limit is.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't make up a consequence of something. Like, I would push your limit.
Right.
But I know what you won't do.
Right.
And so it seems like we will do anything because we do crazy things. But there are very clear lines that we will not do.
Like there is a difference between me. Like one time I did the show for 2 hours in a coffin.
Right.
Like
oh, hell no.
That's scary and that's crazy, but that's pushing the
weird.
limits.
Right.
But I would never be like, hey, we're going to go jump off this rock quarry. I would absolutely not do that.
No. And like one of the consequences is jumping out of a plane. No.
I would do that, but it would have to be like very, very high stakes. Like we would have to have like a professional camera crew because that's only happening once.
Right. I wouldn't do it.
Well,
I wouldn't do it because I'm afraid of falling. I don't want to fall through the air. No. I can't think about it.
I did it a second time.
Oh.
And it was worse.
Oh,
I regretted it completely because
why would you do it a second time?
Because I wanted to do it better. The second time was worse because I think I held off less. I think I was probably weaker at that point.
Yeah, you had already used up your strength.
It was like I propelled myself forward and I slapped my face into the water. So I won't be doing that again, but I'm very proud of myself that I was able to do it in the first place. So yeah, that had happened. We came back. Surprisingly, I wasn't really that tired. Normally like a day of sun and swimming, you'd be tired. I really wasn't, but we all went back. We all kind of sort of napped. And then we got ready to go out at night, which I didn't know if everybody was really going to have the energy to do it, but we did. We go, we have a good time, we dance, nothing really crazy. I was happy my cousin was able to experience Scorpios, which is like the brand new gay club here in Charlotte. And we all had a great time. She did get a hinge match at around 2 a.m. when we were leaving the club. And she was like, hey, this guy asked me if I wanted to meet up with him at Noda at Zombies. And
the pizza place.
Our two friends, Oscar ended up falling asleep. He did not make it out. But our two friends, they don't normally go out at all. Like we don't go to the club. We normally stay in, watch movie, chill, relax. But one of them was ready to go to sleep. The other one who was our DD was like, I'm down. I'm ready. Bitch is always ready to eat. So I tell my cousin and I'm like, Jess, we've been here before. We have had multiple side quests, side storylines of this happening where we go meet up with one of your dudes and either it's really, really great or it's a total train wreck. Like, I don't know how these Charlotte straight guys are. What do you want to do? She was like, I want pizza. Let's go. And I was like,
okay, she wanted more than pizza.
I was like, let's fucking go.
Got a damn pizza delivered at the damn house.
She wanted some meat lovers.
Well, she's been celibate for 8 months. So she was just like, I just want to go. And I'm like, okay, let's go.
But I'm sorry, like
who is hitting you up at 2 a.m.? That is basically a stranger booty call.
And that's what we told her. Like, I was like, Jess, are you going to make it aware that you're not sleeping? She's like, I'm not going there to sleep with him. I'm going there to get pizza. And I was like,
at least she's not going alone.
Correct. Yeah. I told her, I was like, you're not going by yourself. She's like, I don't want to go by myself. And I was like, okay. And then so she asked the guy, hey, are you cool if I show up with like my 3 gays? And he was like, yeah, who cares? So we went. I had never been out at Noda at 2 a.m. Like
Mm.
that was completely new to me. So I was like, ooh, this looks different in the nighttime. It was very trashy in the worst possible way. Because it's a bunch of drunk people just lining up for pizza.
Right.
So I understood where I was.
Yeah.
And man, I experienced some guy who completely spilled all his Parmesan on his pizza onto a Range Rover.
Oh.
And I think I took a picture of it. I might look for it. And he was literally just so messed up. A police officer goes up to him. He's literally swaying, talking to him. And all the police officer did was tell him to pick up his trash that he left right in front of it. And that was it. I didn't understand. I mean, great that he didn't get arrested, but that was public intoxication, littering. The police officer was in a good mood that day. After that, it's awkwardly us three, the three boys, and my cousin with this dude who said that he was 5'8" on his profile. This man was at best 5'4".
Oh.
5'4".
Oh,
my
no.
My
Oh.
cousin's-
Okay, short king.
My cousin's 5'2". He wasn't that much taller than her. So that was crazy, first and foremost. But anyways, we were there. He was nice. She said that they didn't really match up that well. And when we were leaving, he was like walking ahead of all of us. So that was kind of awkward. We just said kind of bye from far away. There was no like hugs or anything like that, but it was just strange.
Like, did he seem like he said, I understand that we're not going to do anything, but was he hoping that something would happen between the two of them? Because why else would you meet up at 2 o'clock?
At 2.
I have no idea. I don't
understand the people in these streets right now.
They literally only exchanged like 4 messages.
Oh.
Like, hey, do you want to go get pizza? Okay, great. Hey, do you mind if I go with my 3 friends? Yeah, sure. And that was it. And I was like,
and she's visiting anyway.
yeah,
Right.
So it's not like anything's gonna happen.
He was looking for some booty.
Yeah,
sure.
he absolutely was.
But we gave him, as we were leaving, I was like, listen, he wasn't probably the best guy, but I will give him credit. Like me getting out of bed at 2 a.m. for someone possibly, I think that takes a lot of cojones.
He was in bed.
I'm assuming he was.
I thought he was out.
yeah.
And then just was like, I'm getting pizza. You want to go?
He was not dressed like he was out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild to me. Like, even in my single days, I would have never been like, hey, I'm gonna meet you out like that. Like, I've met guys at the club for like the night, and I'm like, hey, if things go well, then we can, hang out that evening.
Hang out. Yeah.
But not just after the club, like, hey, meet me at a pizza joint.
Yeah. But we were cracking up that it even happened. We all went, and yeah, we were just singing Celine Dion on the way back.
As you do.
As you do. And that was pretty much it. You know me, every single end of the weekend, I'll be thinking, all right, well, this is a good storyline of what happened. It really was just pretty calm, chill, really great, fun time. Nothing too crazy happened, thankfully.
Love that. I had a calmish sort of 4th of July weekend. Thursday night, we really didn't do much. Just went out for a little happy hour. My friends were like, let's go. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll go for a little bit. But it felt like, because we worked Thursday, so it felt like it had been like 3 days by the time I got out with them. So I had like 1 drink and I was like, I gotta go home. Like I'm fucking old. Then 4th of July was really cool. We went to a friend's house who has a lake house in Belmont. And his house is just absolutely gorgeous. Just pool, hot tub, with overlooking the lake with a dock and a jet ski. His parents were there from Idaho, which was really funny. And they're just like the parents who would stay inside. And then they would come out every now and then to be like, y'all boys having fun? You doing good? Meanwhile, the guy that owns the house is like in his like mid 40s. And he's like, my parents have been here for a week. And I am ready for them to go home. I love them, but they have been here.
Yeah.
So he was just like stressed. So we were trying to like help out wherever we could. But what was really interesting is I learned that because he has these like very great, well-decorated themed parties. This is like a big house. That apparently a few years ago on the 4th of July, he burned his dock down with fireworks. And so that's why I was like, I'm gonna stay in the pool and look at what's happening. He was like, no, we're very careful. But I'm like, you burned your dock down.
Now, to be fair, you do learn some lessons.
Yeah, a very expensive lesson.
Yes. That's like last year when we had a dumpster fire.
Yeah, yes.
learned our lesson.
Mm-hmm.
No dumpster fire this year.
No.
So
And no dock was burned down, thank God.
right, that's what I'm saying.
So then that was it for that night. And then Saturday, we did a whole Saturday fun day. I told a story on the air about how we were leaving this one place and these strangers across the street from the bar where the apartment was basically invited us in, and we went up to their place.
That is
And
so
hung out?
insane to me. That is so crazy.
How much did you drink that you were like Lucy?
That you're
No,
like,
you were like,
we are gonna go to a
fuck
stranger's
yeah.
house.
Not much. I mean, I was sober. Like I'd had like
like aware of your surroundings, but maybe like a drink or two.
yeah, I was like
Tipsy.
real loose. Like I had like a mimosa at brunch, and then I'd had one at a workman's friend, and then I had two at Kilted Buffalo.
So you're feeling like just a little bit toasty.
Yeah.
I think if you were wasted, you wouldn't have gone.
No.
I think because you were in your right mind,
Right.
you were like, all right, I'm a little loose.
Well, it's like, yeah, because like when you're loose but you're not drunk, you're like, all right, if something goes down, I am my motor skills are intact that I can
Yes.
defend myself if something is happening.
Oh boy, that is the wildest story. Just so crazy. You should listen to it, the on-air podcast or the full show podcast.
Anywhere you listen to podcasts from the iHeartRadio app, and make us your number one preset. Ding. But it was fun. But then we were there at their house for like an hour, 45 minutes, and then we went to Thomas Street Tavern, and then the girl from the apartment came and met us back out, which was really fun, and we hung out with her for the evening. So it was a really great time. And then some friends that were with us, we ended up going back to my place. I heated up some chicken nuggets, and we sat on the balcony and we just chatted and had some like really great bonding time. I'm really enjoying the like not going out super late like that, and just actually talking and getting to know people that you just are bar friends with. So that was really cool.
I love that.
And then Sunday, I just sat my ass on that couch and did not move.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it was absolutely fabulous.
Well, you needed to not move because you're about to move a lot.
Yeah. Well, because some friends, they were like, well, let's do this. At least let's do brunch or like some other stuff on Sunday. I'm like, no. I'm like, I need just a day of silence, because starting Wednesday for the next like week and a half,
You about to be.
I'm going to be surrounded by people. It's going to be nonstop. My feet are going to hurt. So I'm like,
Mhm.
let's just get ready because it's time for the cruise.
You really got to like let that social battery fill up. Totally.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I hate this new era.
What era?
What era?
You used to have unlimited social storage.
Nah.
Yeah, even if the battery was low, Miguel would
And
find
it's
something.
Still go out.
Something
Mhm.
somewhere.
I hate it.
No, I'm tired, girl.
Bring her back.
No, I'm tired.
Bring her back.
Ugh.
She tired, honey. All right. Well, we got one more that we'll release on Wednesday, and then we're off, like I said, for a while.
Mhm.
Kelvin, what is your social media people can follow you?
At Kelvin Live, I'll have a new reel at 11. Please support on Instagram.
Yay.
Holly?
Radio Holly on Instagram and TikTok.
Speaking of reels, I have another one that has gone viral on my Instagram. It is just a quick video of the Caesar salad or kale Caesar salad from Bird Pizzeria. It's a popular place. Like this morning, I think when I told y'all off the air, it was at like 226,000 views. It's now at 314.
When
Yeah.
stuff pops off,
Oh, Lord.
it goes. Like the faster. It's so crazy how that works. And it's literally just a quick video of a salad.
Right. Now the salad is crazy. Like
The salad's crazy.
It looks crazy.
And I'm really actually glad that I got to see that, because like when you sent us a picture of eating that salad at Bird Pizzeria,
Mhm.
I was like, where's the salad?
Right.
Because it just looks like a big bunch of breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Was
But-
it good?
It
That
was.
good.
It is. It's good. It's a kale Caesar salad. You can go look on my Instagram or TikTok at Miguel Fuller. But when it starts to like leave your network of people and it gets to just, the other thousands of people, some people are just rude. Somebody was like, why the? Oh, they said, I wish we would stop doing shit like this. And I was like,
Shit like what?
It's a
Showing you what I'm
salad.
eating. Like,
Eating?
how about you stop doing shit like that?
right. I'm like, you need to go touch some grass, girl. It's not that. It's a kale Caesar salad. No one's forcing you to buy it.
Right.
No one's forcing
Right.
you to buy
Hey,
it.
it's like a 5-second video. Keep scrolling.
But thanks for the engagement.
I guess, yeah, that's good.
All right. We will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
Miguel and Holly Uncensored.